Dating, dating as a creative, full-time artist versus 9 to 5 hustler. So dating is hard. Dating as a creative, that's a whole different genre. It's somewhere in between an indie drama and a psychological thriller. I'm talking about the awkward scheduling, the existential dread, the money conversations, and trying to explain, yes, I do make art, but no, I'm not just playing around. So this is Dating While Creative, a survival guide. So whether you're a full-time artist or you're squeezing in your creative work between a 9 to 5, dating with a creative soul, it just hits different. So let's talk about it. Section 1, being a full-time artist and dating. All right, so let's start with full-time artists out there. First of all, respect. You've committed. You've taken the leap. You probably have multiple streams of income and a flexible schedule and a deep relationship with burnout. You're probably up at 2 a.m. making them beats, eating cups of noodles. The daily struggle for full-time creatives isn't usually about time. It's about understanding. You might meet someone who thinks your lifestyle is cool or inspiring until they realize your income fluctuates like crypto coin, or you sometimes forget what day it is, or going on a date and the date asking, so what you do? And then you responding with like 5 different side gigs. Also, your art isn't just a job, it's your identity. So if someone doesn't vibe with that, it's basically like they don't vibe with you, and that could hurt. Biggest red flag, when someone treats your art like a hobby? No, it's the life, it's the grind, it's the rent, it's the mortgage. Having a job and doing art on the side. This is a category that I fell into. It's mostly me at work, wearing my work attires, with a little bit paint on my hands. So now let's talk about the other half of the creative world. The ones working at 9 to 5 and doing art in the margins. Y'all are the real MVPs, the double lifers, the Batman of the creative scene, and the Robins. So you use a 9 to 5 by day, artist by night. When you're dating and you've got a job and passion project, the biggest challenge is energy. You spend all day working and then your art gets your leftovers, and your dating life, that gets scrapped. You ever cancel a date just because you want to paint in silent or work on a beat for 6 hours? Yeah, that's relatable. I'm the hypebeast's dad. I love making beats. On the flip side, some people you might date, they might not understand why you just can't hang out on the weekend, because you need time for your craft, and explaining that you're building something slow and sacred, not just making stuff for fun, it can be exhausting. Or you hear that you're always working versus I'm building a portfolio, Jessica. I don't know who Jessica is. Section 3, the emotional landscape. Here's the thing. Creators feel a lot. We romanticize, we overthink, we write songs and poems about people after 3 conversations. Our imagination is like the director of our love lives. But that can also mean projecting, falling in love with potential, loving the idea of someone more than a person, especially if they get your art or validate your creative side early on. Dating as a creative means you got to keep your feet on the ground while your head's in the clouds. That's definitely not easy, but it's necessary. Section 4, tips for dating as a creative. All right, let's end with some survival tips. Whether you're full-time or balancing both worlds, here's what helped me and some of my friends date without losing our creative spark. Communicate your lifestyle early. Let your significant other or person that you're trying to date understand what you're about. Make time for connections intentionally. Don't feel guilty for prioritizing your art. Look for people who respect the process, not just the product. Date someone who inspires you but doesn't compete with you. This is important. I dealt with this before. And then remember to dream big. It doesn't matter what age you are, 20, 40, 60, 100. Dream big. Being a creative means your life might not look normal, but normal's overrated. If you find someone who sees you, respects your work, and even makes you laugh while you cry over a canvas, you keep them. Whether you're full-time in your art, side hustling, or just figuring it out, your voice, your vision, and your weird little art heart, totally worth loving. Oh, I got a weird little art heart. All right, so to all my romantics, with paint under their nails and songs in the draft and them beats on loop, keep creating. and keep loving. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And then, are you dating while creating? Tell me how it is going. Disasters are welcome. Everybody, let's get into those comments, okay? All right. Remember, once again, I am Tariq Brown, the Hypebeast Dad. This is your dating time. I don't know. This is just a couple things for dating as a creative. As a creative, dating has been interesting, but these are some of the things that have helped me. I hope they help you. You guys can tap in with me for one-on-ones. Just DM me at Official Tariq on IG. And yeah, let's get this conversation started. Peace.